Welcome to this episode of Pottawattamie County Roots. I am Todd Studer, and special guest in studio today, my good friend Sue Pitts with Just Sue Creative. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You were just in the Wider newsletter, were you not?
Yes.
Yeah, and you had put an article in there. You've got such a wealth of knowledge, being able to help out small businesses, and we've got a lot of them around Pottawattamie County.
Including me, including you.
Yeah, exactly. And we can sometimes get lost in some of the things that we're trying to do. And we think that we're doing what we should be, but is it really a benefit, and do we really have the information that we need to have? And I think that was kind of the subject of what you were talking about, right?
Yeah. So I worked with Stacy on, I'm actually helping her edit the newsletters now. And so putting in some advice columns, according to like my past 20 years experience working with SBDC and now my own business. And what I do now is an outsourcing business. So I completely believe in small businesses taking advantage of outsourcing companies.
Having someone else do things that either I'm not as good at, or I just flat don't have time because I can make more money working on this as opposed to this.
Exactly. Yes. So we outsource when we don't have time, when we don't know exactly what we're doing, when we want to grow. But a lot of it is mostly that time, because I think we can all kind of learn. I mean, there's resources out there to learn what we need to do. So we just need, like, I can't handle that. Like, my expertise is my business, not the marketing or not the accounting.
Right.
But the mistake we make is putting it 100% hands into the outsourcer. So my philosophy at Just Sue Creative is I'm your partner. You're going to understand what I'm doing. I'm going to give you a list of exactly what I'm doing for the price. We're going to revisit and we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to teach you what I'm doing. I want you to understand. So outsourcing isn't 100% the outsourcers doing it. It should be more of like a 20%, 80% expertise level. You should know 20%. You should know what's going on. Like, I understand what that SEO stuff is. That it's not this magic robot, that Sue's explaining to me what we're doing, and I'm helping her and I'm partnering with her.
Yeah, so if you go to one of these folks that you're outsourcing something to, and their reply is, I got that, you don't need to worry about it.
Right.
Probably a red flag.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, this is really complicated and I got this. And, and then they send you complicated reports and you think, okay, it looks good, I think. I don't really understand that. If you ever had someone send you, which I just did, to you, a Google Analytics report. But I explained it.
Yeah.
I tore it apart and I said, this is why this is working and this is what this means. But like in business, if someone's running their Google Analytics and you get a report and you kind of see this, what does that mean? Well, I think they say it's good. I don't know. We want to understand that. I want to have a conversation with whoever I'm outsourcing with, and again, that's accounting. Accounting is one of the things I saw, like when we had the crash in 2009, I go way back, or any kind of financial things. COVID, huge. So small businesses were completely 100% reliant on their accountants and had no idea. Many small businesses I was working with, had no idea what, a profit and loss was compared to a balance sheet. Had no idea the money in their account and what that meant and what was going where. So when COVID hit and we had those grants, they were reliant, 100% had no access to their books, to contact their accountant to get that information to be eligible for those grants. Guess what? Accountants didn't have time.
Sure.
Many people missed deadlines because they did not have control or just that little bit of knowledge to just print out the profit and loss.
And that's just one example of things that can happen.
And it's in my field, in your field in podcasting. And I think a big red flag is when and we know those calls that we get I was looking at your website or the emails. I get them. I get them on my SEO website.
Oh, I get them all the time. Yeah, and a lot. It's either
I was looking
email,
at your website and the SEO is bad. I'm like,
Facebook message, coming from YouTube.
Yeah.
And that you can see is just blatantly AI generated. They don't even try to hide it.
Right.
Because they're just trying to, it's a numbers game. So let's just hit as many people
Right.
as
And
we
I
can.
think small businesses are wising up to that. Like we can see that. But still with outsourcing, if an outsourcer is coming in and they have a solution for you, but they're not asking about your business and they're not customizing it to your business and they don't understand who your customer is and they don't understand what you sell and they don't have you look strategically at your business first, because we can accomplish marketing or even a successful podcast or even finances or lawyers or, any of the other things that we find are, business management issues. If they don't talk about what the business is and customize it and they just have this magic system
Right.
that just does it, like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We're just going to do this. And SEO is kind of, I hate to get into it because people feel like SEO is search engine optimization, getting your website found. So let's just say, I want my website found by more people. And there's like the stigma, and it can get really complicated. But especially when you're local or regional, it doesn't need to be. And the main thing is having your business strategy and knowing your customer and having that visible on your digital presence. So if a company comes in and says, I can help with your SEO, yeah, there's machines and robots and coding you can put on your website. But if they don't have the right strategy, the right words that customers search to find you, they could have Justin Bieber in your website.
Primrose Retirement Community in Council Bluffs believes home should be a place of comfort, connection, and care. From personalized support to engaging daily activities, everything they do is designed to help residents live fully and confidently. At Primrose, that's their priority, to put the quality of their residents' care and daily needs at the top of their list each day and every day. It's not just about where you live, it's about how you live. Learn more about life at Primrose by going to primroseretirement.com and then contact Jamie Bush at Primrose and discover a place that truly puts people first. Finding the right care for a loved one can feel overwhelming. Assisted Living Locators is here to help. Jean Bonker brings more than 30 years of experience serving families and has personally navigated the challenges of elder care. She understands the questions, the emotions, and the weight of these decisions. Jean becomes your advocate, guiding you through options with clarity, compassion, and personal support every step of the way. Call Assisted Living Locators at 402-690-5467 and move forward with confidence.
And optimize for that and say it's SEO'd.
Yeah.
Again, that takes me way back. I mentioned Justin Bieber. I guess Bad Bunny is better. But, like something like we're going to get it found.
No,
you're going to get it found by all of the Bieber enthusiasts.
Tom Petty, if you want to reach me.
Tom Petty. If people search Tom Petty, my website gets found.
Yeah.
So they're not my customer.
Right.
It doesn't matter, So it's really understanding. So I think a big red flag is when you sit down and they're not consistently partnering with you, consistently asking you, what you need. And also when you have like a flat fee, give me a list of what that is. What are you doing?
Right.
What costs?
And specifically,
what exactly
so you
is that
understand
doing? And my contracts are long, and people are like, I don't have time to read that. And it's long because I'm detailing out what I'm doing every month. And I'm like, I want you to think that's important, because it is. I want you to understand what I'm doing.
Well, and I think a lot of this,
keep me accountable.
a lot of this where you are coming from with this is how many pitfalls you saw businesses falling into through your time with Small Business Development Center. I mean, it was, this is not just something that is an issue with online vendors that are just reaching out to you cold and kind of thing that you don't know and you never see. This can also be people that you know. And it can be another small business.
And it might not be that they're shady, but it just might be not the right fit.
Right.
Or it might not be something you need. So understanding what they're doing and really assessing, do I need that? Does that hit my goal? Like, I'm coming to you, Sue, because I want to do this. And I'll look at it and go, we might not be the best fit. That's not something that I can help with this, I can help with that, and I can help with this. But yeah, going back to SBDC, and that's why when I took early retirement and wanted to start my own business, my whole thing is, in whatever endeavor I do working with a small business, is I want them to understand. I want them to be able to learn it so that if they want to, take it to another outsourcer, hire within because they've grown, or do it themselves, they understand what's being done. I want them to have the passwords. So when I get hit by a bus, their business isn't.
Right.
So I'm turnkey. Like everything I do, if I'm building a website, I build the website. Here it is. Here's passwords. Here's what I did, and here's how you edit. And then they come back and go, great for an emergency, but I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna pay you, a retainer and have you update it, blah blah blah, and do the blogs, and So then I'll go back and say, okay, this is monthly, exactly what I'm doing for your specific business, and this is why, because it fits with your audience, it fits with your product,
Yeah. And
fits with your recent goal.
a lot of that too, I think it's important to have an understanding about how it works on that side of it.
Yes.
Because as you said, if you have all of the knowledge, then if for whatever reason that relationship ends, that knowledge ends. And now you have something in place that you don't know how to use.
Or if it's doing any good,
Right.
And I'm not always as good at this, but sending reports and saying, here's where we're at. What are you thinking? Having that partnership, having talks, and I'm talking to my clients all the time. And that's what I expect. And that's part of what they're paying for, is my consultation.
What has the response been from your clients when they get that openness from you and understand that, okay, she's not hiding anything, everything's right out in the open?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, we have great relationships, and we're talking. They're not worried about calling me and asking questions, and yeah, it's working out great.
I think that there's a lot of your old job in your new job. And I don't know even if that would be a typical thing for somebody who would be in your line of work now, but you're coming in with so much back knowledge that can assist with what you're doing now. That because
I still shout out to Mark and Josh at the Iowa Western SBDC. I still work with them lots. They refer to me. So the difference is I took my knowledge, and what was kind of that missing piece with the SBDC, or the SBDC, I still love SBDC.
Sure.
So, is a free service for small businesses. That place when whatever problem you're having and it's taking you more than 5 minutes, 15 minutes to figure it out, call them. And that's their job. Right. To find the resource, to help you through that business planning process, to do strategy. But the problem is the SBDC is set up to consult you and have you go do it.
Right.
And then there's that missing piece of, I don't want to. I don't have time to.
Yeah.
So the SBDC does help a lot in that understanding, but then it's like, I don't have time to, so I am there telling people how to do it, and I'm doing the stuff.
Yeah, so this is not, the SBDC is not it's a source of information, but not a source of labor.
Exactly. Yeah. So they help with everything, do nothing. Kind of, sort of. I mean, but we do stuff. Sorry, Josh and Mark. You do stuff, but...
you did for me. When you were sitting over in that office and I would come to you, okay, here's the idea I got. And you said, all right, well, let's work with this, because there's been a lot.
So let me take that back. I don't want you to think that we help write everything. We look over everything, or the SBDC does. Make sure you get to the right resources. It's just not your 40-hour marketing person.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a starting point. Yeah. And it's a way to find out. Or your
business management person,
it's a way to find out information that you don't know. And sometimes learning what you had no clue that it even existed.
Yeah, that can be I'll be honest. I mean, I started 20 years ago, and, a client would walk out of my office, and my job was to help them. Mm-hmm. Did I always know how? No. So they would leave, and I'd be researching and calling and Googling, and then I'd call them back and go, okay. And that was our job. So it might not be that I knew everything, but it was my job to figure out the right resource or to help them get into the right path or help them hire the right person.
So how's it been since starting Just Sue Creative? I
Right.
mean, it's been a little while now.
Yeah. So it's about a year and a half.
Okay.
It'll be 2 years in July. So, and really kind of hit the ground running probably in October. So 2 years in October. Yeah.
Do you feel like you are where you anticipated you would be at the beginning of
I
it?
think so. And so I do a lot of the business strategy, business websites, cons- you know, but I'm leaning a little bit more into my art side too. So I'm doing a lot of illustration. Might split off into two different areas of doing some more illustration. I do a lot of like annual report illustration, and just artsy art illustration.
Things that feed your soul,
Yeah,
which that's a good place to be. I
yeah,
think that if you can do something that is more than just a paycheck for you, then you're ahead of the game.
right, right. Yeah, and when I do design a website, it's all I don't like the icons I draw. Just because it takes me longer to find the right icon and it's in my head and I can just draw it, right?
Well, that makes sense.
So most of my websites are custom illustration and it's just because that's me.
If you have a leak, a clogged drain, or even if you're planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered. With fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. They're locally owned and trusted and take pride in doing the job right the first time. Residential or commercial, big or small, when plumbing problems strike, they're the ones to call. Visit waldsteinplumbing.com. Are you in the market for stylish, locally curated fashion that's close to home? Visit Unique Boutique Iowa in Neola at 101 4th Street, your destination for trendy clothing, accessories, and distinctive gifts. Open on the weekends, Saturdays 10 to 2, Sundays 11 to 3. You can always shop online at shopubiowa.com. So the moral of the story today is if you don't understand what something is happening that you've outsourced, if you don't have an understanding of what it is or how it's working, you probably need to learn a little bit more about it.
Yeah. And now that we mentioned SBDC, that's a really good place to have them help you through that.
So,
they're in touch with all small businesses and all outsourcers, and they'll help you find the right person. They won't like have a specific referral, but might be able to find the right fit or help you guide you in the questions you should be asking when you're sitting down with someone that's going to help in your business. I mean, keep in mind, and I don't know, I think it's changing a little bit. AI is changing things a lot where people can kind of do things for themselves and learn things for themselves and have the answers in front of them. Use that. Ask ChatGPT or your Copilot or whatever, like what questions should I ask and what should I be looking for when I'm hiring this type of professional, and utilizing the SBDC because they'll help you through that process too.
that is real quickly before we run out of time. That's a hack that you can use inside of AI that will help a little bit of the frustration, which is what prompts do you need from me in order to successfully achieve this task that I've just put before you, and it'll tell you.
Yeah.
And then put those in and see what kind of answer you get, because oftentimes we don't know what to ask in order for it to work correctly. I look at it as kind of it's that cantankerous genie in a bottle that is always, yeah, but technically you asked for this, and that's what I'm getting back, because I didn't word the question in the correct way.
Yeah.
And it starts making some assumptions. So there's a lot of value to it, but it's also limited.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be.
Outsourcing is what you have to do when you're a small business, and it's economical. It's just asking those questions. And if they're promising something magical that you just want to understand, it's all understandable.
Yeah.
I think when I get into like the technical stuff of SEO and I talk to other people and I read certain blogs that aren't really under my philosophy, they talk in these high level terms that are meant to kind of shut out the small businesses. So they think I have to hire someone. Like, I don't know all those. It's about having the right things on your website so it's attracting the right people.
Well, if you want to learn more, go to justsuecreative.com and you'll see everything that it is that Sue does, and also way to get in touch with her. Want a free consultation? You can do that there too. It's all available.
JustSueCreative.com.
Right, JustSueCreative.com. Hey, big thank you to you for watching this episode. If any of this resonated with you, do me a favor. Click the like button. Better yet, follow, share, any of those things. It helps the algorithm push this information out even further. There's a lot of small businesses that could use the information that Sue has that she shared here today. So just something completely free that you can do that make you a huge part of the show. That's going to wrap things up. Thank you very much, Sue. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. I'm Todd Studer. Have a great day.